I need help!
How goes the foraging? Let's see. Yes, this is all of it. I'll begin straight away. Restorations are still not finished. These things take time. Goodbye.
You're not a sailor, are you? Sailors pitch when they walk dry ground, list like drunkards at a wake. No, you're not one of them. So who are you? My name is Nina Malloy. You met my father Alder back in the village. You wouldn't be pleased to find me here. Of course, very little pleases my father. I've walked this island since I was no bigger than a boggart, but I'm still prohibited from venturing past the village on my own. I can take care of myself. Ha! How did you know? I killed my first scav in this very fasting. I don't need protection. Not yours. Not my father's. Not Akara's. Keep telling our people that the offering only makes us slaves. Makes us weak. But do they listen? No. They've been trained not to. We sacrifice one of our own people to Akara, a being none of us have ever seen, and one that's desires are not known to us. Is the offering bad? Yes. We can leave whenever we wish, all of us. Only we lack a vessel fit for such a journey. Wouldn't matter, however. Most of the villagers in Cape Solace wish to stay right here, My father has them convinced that their destiny is to serve Akara. My destiny is my own. If only he understood that. It takes place once in a generation. A member of the village is chosen, and then she's offered to the god Akara as a sacrifice. During the offering ceremony, Akara imbues the chosen one with his magic and transforms her into his arbiter, his mouthpiece in the village. We follow her guidance, whether we wish to or not. Yes, so I gathered. The scavs aren't partial to intruders, especially ones they can eat. I'll join you if you don't mind. I know these tunnels better than anyone. Lead on. I'll watch your back. It's tough to tell in these old tunnels, but if your friend was dragged in here by scavs, then she'll be at the very bottom. It is a spectacle, nothing more. Akara only uses it to keep the villagers tethered to his will. The offering fast approaches. I'd rather not discuss it anymore. Don't waste my time.
Cycle the first, the Arathi. Greetings, dear Netta. If I view this record as a personal correspondence, it makes the distance bearable, keeps the fear at bay. You know how expeditionary travel vexes me. I shall begin. I was not certain what to expect following my disembarkation upon this grim isle. After initial investigation, there appears to be a significant Arathi presence, one that predates any other signs of organized life on the island. It is a curious thing. Why would such beings descend to this wounded realm? Whatever beckoned to them, its call must have been incredibly powerful. More research is needed. Be well, dear Netta. And...
You've come. They came as soon as the hull went under. The cargo, the survivors, the sails, everything stripped like flesh from a bone. I didn't think I'd live to see the morning. Not with Dead Kel here. I never believed in him. Not until his minions blasted a gaping hole in our hull that sent us straight to the bottom. He'll get his. You just wait. I've sailed with Captain Bratigan since the beginning. My husband and I hired her to ferry us across the Forian Strait to Odessa. After the wreck, we floated in the open sea for a whole week without food. That kind of experience creates lasting bonds. Everyone has heard about this place, but few have ever actually laid eyes on it. It's beautiful, really, but most dangerous things are. I'm going to see if there's anyone else on this island. There are too many structures for it to be deserted. Don't be foolish.
Slow down.
And what is this? Tell me, stranger, what brings you down these dank passages? Salvage? Riches? The allure of a most magnificent death? If you must die, It should be at the hands of a monster like me. My victims are almost as infamous as I am. I have touched the hand of death and been chosen. So it is with all great men. We transcend mortality. But you wouldn't know of such things, would you? Death will not have me. Not until I am satisfied. And I am not satisfied. Oh no, I still hunger. Sinking your ship was only the start. Now it must be stripped to its bones, picked apart piece by glorious piece. Everyone's scavengers. It is how we survive. Killing the crew, well, that was for pleasure. Forgive me if I like to treat myself every once in a while. Will I? The Alpha Navy tried to stop me once. They sought to stretch my neck. Yet who do you think ended up dangling from the gallows? Don't make the same mistake they did. Don't come to my home and call for my head. It's foolish, and worse, disrespectful. I will forgive you this once, but that is all. Now leave Gallows End.
Listen to Dead Kel, stranger. Find a ship, find a captain, then sail far, far away from Gallows End. I'll see that your friend gets to the village. After that, I'm going to do some exploring. There was another crash not soon after yours, a ship that ran aground up north. I was planning to follow the survivors inland, but there also might be something of value in their wreckage. I wouldn't call him a close relation, but I've seen him from time to time. He doesn't show his ghastly face around Cape Solace that often. I guess even he's got an interest in good salvage. I can't be sure of what happened until I see for myself. But it was a large ship, a merchant galley, or perhaps even an old naval vessel. It was big, though, and it rode low in the water, loaded down with cargo, or with men, or with both. Good idea. You never can tell if these castaways are going to be friendly or just plain mad. Look at you. Perhaps I'll see you back at Cape Solace. Till then, try to stay out of trouble. Bye. Please, you must help me. Please. Olaf, the one from the prison ship. He attacked me. There was nothing I could do but pray to sweet Lyria to protect me. He was so strong, so intent. I've come to trust Olaf. At least enough to go with him to fish down by the flooded cavern. But this time he seemed different. Intense. He spoke to me as if I were not married. As if he and I shared an intimate bond that I can assure you does not exist. Then he became physical. Rough. And he would not be refused. Fortunately, Cadwallon was not far away. I do not know what I would have done. I don't care about that brute. All I care about is Cadwallon. I've never seen him rave so. He went in pursuit of Olaf with revenge in his eyes. Foolish, foolish man. He is a bard, not a warrior. Olaf will crack him like a shell. He grabbed his fishing knives and headed north, toward the Siren's Den. There was no stopping him. Hurry back!
Hello. Pleasure to meet you. I'm Cillian, the Beastmaster. I stole a look at what Paddy's up to in the courtyard, and it looks like a fine beast pen. I, for one, would be thrilled to train beasts there. Cape Solace is nice, if you're into religious zealotry. Me? I prefer hanging out with animals to people anyways. I was trained to fight and bend the beast to mankind's service. Not skills in great demand here. We've never needed to fight, thanks to Akara's protection. And Alder refuses to allow beasts in the village. Thinks highly of himself, but there's no one better to have on your side. I'm a world-famous beast trainer. Give me any kind of beast and I'll domesticate it. If you're interested and willing to get some food for me to use as a lure, I can train the beast to be your pet. Aye, it's something I've done since I was a young boy. I can domesticate almost any kind of animal to live and work at the keep. You fancy a large pet or a small one? Keep in mind, I can only maintain 3 pets at a time. The bigger the better, right? Which kind would you like? Largists have sharp teeth but love to be petted. Give me a day to find one and I'll train it for you. Give me some time to train the pet. You wouldn't want it biting your hand off, would you? Take care.
It's done, my liege. I am certain you'll be impressed. Incidentally, I've taken the liberty of inviting Cillian Keen from Cape Solace to serve the keep as your Beastmaster. You can find him at the Beast Pen. It's an exquisite beast pen, isn't it? Cillian and his beasts will be very comfortable there. No keep in Icebrine Coast can claim a beast pen as fine as this one. Emberwood, sailcloth, bear hide, sea steel, and beach stone. They can all be found in sufficient quantities around the island, but not always in the safest locales. The dream is still mostly mist and darkness, but bits and pieces return to me when I concentrate. Though I don't remember all the details, I believe the memory is guiding my discoveries and inspirations. I have only just begun, my liege. Several texts I found in the keep refer to an unusually large armory beside the main structure. For this, I'll need 2 bundles of emberwood, 2 bundles of sailcloth, and 4 bundles of sea steel. A journal belonging to, I think, the keep's original master-at-arms has convinced me that the collapsed building to the left of the keep was an armory. There are some cryptic references to a method he devised to determine how effective a student is in combat, but it's beyond me. In my dream, I saw a building flanking the main structure. I now know it's the armory. It was a place for weapons, as you'd expect, but it was also to be a grand academy for the art of combat. The Diverger built armories and trained their masters-at-arms to divine how much damage you inflict when attacking with weapons or even spells. Sea steel is usually found around the coast. I'll mark on your map where you're likely to find the crates. Once you get back, I'll get started on construction right away. It's going to be the spitting image of the original structure. When the time comes, we'll have to choose your master-at-arms wisely to be worthy of such an armory. Myfa tells me there's a new arrival in Cape Solace who might be interested. When you have all the materials I asked for, I can begin construction. You should be able to find sea steel on the coast of the island, and emberwood and sailcloth near shipwrecks or inside fastings. Goodbye.
You must be the great liege that Paddy has been talking about. He kept going on and on about how magnificent and benevolent you are. Honestly, I just agreed to move up here to get out of the wind. That town on the cliff was a bit breezy. Me? I'm afraid I'm not for sale. Just kidding. I know that's not what you meant. Buy me a drink later, and maybe we'll talk. I've got quite the eclectic selection. Kind of out of necessity, seeing as we're in the middle of nowhere. We were caught in a fog bank off the coast of the plains of Erethel, when another ship came looming out of the mists in front of us. The captain tried to avoid it, but we ran aground on a reef. The ship broke apart, and I washed up here. I only got a passing glance at the other ship, but I think the name began with a C. care, my liege.
Death is too good for him. Of all the ways to waste a second chance. Wherever he is, I hope he's suffering. Bye.
Can I ever thank you? Time and again you've been our savior, almost as if you were sent. I am a daughter of Lyria, but even she has been silent to my many pleas. It is comforting to know that people can make a difference too, that not everything rests in the hands of gods and madmen. Bless you. Again, thank you.